Okay, so we're given this question here, and you want to find the square root of 8 plus 2 root 15. Okay, so we assume that the answer can be written in the form root x plus root y. The first thing to do is get rid of this square root sign. So we square both sides like that. Okay, and then we'll cancel the square. So you'll have 8 plus 2 root 15 equals, now if we expand that, we'll get x plus y plus 2 root xy by expanding this part here. So if you can remember that, that's probably a good idea if you can remember this part here. So that means that x plus y is related to 8, so they're equal. So 8 equals x plus y, and the root 15 is equal to xy. The 15 is equal to xy underneath the square root sign. Okay, so you can actually do this by guessing. So it's going to be 3 times 5, isn't it? So 3 plus 5 is 8. And 3 times 5 is 15. So actually, this one is easy enough to guess. You don't need to solve it with your simultaneous equations because the numbers are quite small. Okay, so we end up getting x equals 3 and y equals 5. It doesn't matter which one is which in this case because they're added. So root 3 plus root 5. Root 15. We want to take the square root of 15 minus 4 root 14. Okay, we want to be able to do that. But the first thing you know that this number is not 2. It's negative, but that's not important. But this number is not 2. Okay, so we're going to have to change that. So let's square both sides. And then we will cancel the square with the square root. And then 15 minus 4 root 14 equals, now if by expanding, we'll get x plus y. Oh, also, do you see my error? This should actually be minus because we have a minus sign here. So you need to follow the sign. It will be a difference. And then we'll get a difference in this part. So you'll get xy or x plus y minus 2 root xy. If you can't remember this, just do it by expanding this part. Okay, you'll get the same answer. Okay, so the problem you got now is that this is 4, but this is 2, and we need to have 2. So this 4 has to be changed to 2. So what we can do, we got 15 minus 4, and 4 is 2 times 2, isn't it? Root 14. And now what I've got to do here is 15 minus 2. Now 2 is the same as root 4, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll change my 2 here to root 4. There are other ways, but it will get the same answer. So 15 minus 2. Now root 4 and root 14 can be combined. You'll get root 56, don't you? So now you see we have a 2, which is what we want. Let's see if that can be moved up. Right, that's okay. Equals, now on our other side, x plus y minus 2 root xy. This is not in your book, so if you want to copy it, you can copy it down. So now it's good because we've got minus 2 here and minus 2 here. So now the sides are the same. So from here, we've got 15 equals x plus y. And this side is xy equals 56. So here. So 56 equals xy. So what are those two numbers, anyone? What's x and y? Anyone have an idea? Add to be 15, multiply to be 56. What are they? Can you guess? Anyone?
8 and 7.
Thank you. 7 times 8 is 56. So 7 eighths of 56, and 8 plus 7 is 15. Now, I should have just written that. Now, so x is which number and y is which number? Go back to here. So which number is x and which number is y? We've got 8 and 7, right? You think about it, because the problem is here you've got a subtraction. This number should be positive, right? Because you're taking a square root of a number, you can't get a negative number, right? That would be impossible. So it's going to have to be, the larger number is going to have to be x, which is 8, okay? And the smaller number is going to be 7. So your final answer will be root 8 minus root 7. That's the final answer. We've got 8 minus root 60. Okay. So you can see the problem. We don't have a 2 here because we need it in the form with a 2. Okay, so that root 60, let's just write the working here somewhere. Root 60. Well, what's root 60? What times what? Can we write that as root 4 times root 15, can't we? Right? So root 4 times root 15 is root 60, because 4 times 15 is 60. But the root 4 is going to be 2, which is good because that's going to give us 2 root 15. Okay, which is what you want. So the root 60 has to become 2 root 15. So you're going to get, what we should do first is actually square both sides. And the root x minus root y, follow the sign here, and then square it. So you're going to get 8 minus root 60 equals x plus y minus 2 root xy. So like I said, if you can't remember that, just do the expansion here. You'll get this here like that. So then we relate the two sides, 8 to this, but then we need to change that root 60. So we probably should do that first. 8 minus 2 root 15 equals x plus y minus 2 root xy. So now, okay, let's go back and relate them. 8 and x plus y and 15 and xy. Okay, so let's relate the two sides. So x plus y equals 8, equation 1, and xy equals 15. Can we guess the two answers from that, can't we? What about x and y? What are they then? Well, let's write down the two values because we need to consider what's happening up here. So your two values are going to be 3 and 5, aren't they? So 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 times 5 is 15. And when we consider back up here, you've got root x minus root y, and this number needs to be positive. So the first number will be x, which is 5. So you must have root 5 minus root 3 as the two parts for your answer. So your 6 root 2 has to be changed to 2 root what? Right, you think about that for a few minutes. Can anyone tell me what number goes here? I'll wait for you. I'll give you a few minutes. See if you can calculate what goes here then. Okay, I'll give you a couple of minutes to do that. Remember the rule, root AB is root A times root B. That may help you. Okay, I'll show you one way we can do it. Now you've got 6. 6 is the same as root 36, isn't it? Like that. Yes? Root 36 is 6. You can combine them to give root 72. And you're going to end up with root 72 can be changed again to be root 4 times root 18. Like that. Yeah, 4 times 18 is 72. So what I did, I changed my 6 to be root 36. And then I combined that to be root 72. So I'm actually just working backwards between these two numbers here. So root 72 is easy to go this way, okay? Because 2 times root 36 is 6 root 2. But going in the other direction may be a bit more difficult. So I changed my 6 to root 36. Then I combine under the root sign. And then I realized that root 72 is the same as root 4 times root 18. So that's going to give you 2 root 18, like that. So another way you can think about that, 6 root 2 is the same as root 6 squared times 2. So this is an important relationship you can remember. So bring your 6 under the root sign, but square it. Now these are equal. Okay, that's another way to think about it. So our number we want is 2 root 18. So let's erase that. 2 root 18. Need a bit of space. Okay, so we're going to have root 19 plus 2 root 18, which is the same as this. They're equivalent. That's the sign for equivalency. So we let that equal root x plus root y. Then we will square both sides as normal. And then we will get 19 plus 2 root 18 equals, now if we expand that, we'll get x plus y plus 2 root xy. And if this is minus, this sign here will be minus near the 2. And as I said, just expand it the long way if you don't remember that. So that means we got x plus y is 19 and xy is 18. So that one's pretty easy. That's just going to be 18 times 1. So 18 times 1 is 18. And 18 plus 1 is 19. So our two numbers are 18 and 1. Let's just check that. 18 and 1, I'll highlight it. Yeah. So we're going to end up with root. It doesn't matter which one is which because we're adding now, okay? So root 18 plus root 1. And root 18 is root 2 times root 9, which is 3 root 2. And root 1 is 1. So that's your answer there. Okay, I just converted it to from here to here. Okay, so 3 root 2 plus 1 is your answer for that one. Any questions? I'm not sure if I got another one to give you. I don't even think there's any in the homework sheet actually for this particular kind of problem, but I think I'm going to give you some later on to practice it. So you should take notes here about this, how to do these three, okay? But the trick is to get the 2 here. You need to get a 2 here with that number. And there are some harder ones which I haven't given you, but maybe later we'll do some.